Hello there audience and welcome to our Wicked Fans Review. I'm your host Freya and this is all about Wicked and the Wicked for Good. First up is a review on the Wicked film and musical, and I have a couple of little surprises all along the way. We'll get into that later. In the second segment, we'll be obviously at the cinema and Odeon in Kilmarnock. So, back to me in the studio.
We're here in the studio and I'm going to be talking about Wicked the musical and how fans of the musical, of course, felt about the first film. Let's get into it. Wicked the musical, with lyrics and music by Stephen Schwartz, first shown on Broadway in 2004, then in the West End, London, in 2006. The play is based on a 1995 novel by Gregory Maguire called Wicked, The Lifetimes of the Wicked Witch of the West. This is based on The Wizard of Oz, of course. Later, the play opened in October 2004 in Broadway, New York, with the original cast Indina Menzel, Elphaba, and Kristen Chenoweth, Glinda. The play has won over 100 major awards, including Grammy Awards and the 3 Tony Awards. Right, this is my favourite part ever, but first, what do you think of this lovely setup? So, my lovely friend Maureen gave me it for this episode. Then, ignore that. My cup is from Greg's, you can tell, so Wicked for Good, Elphaba, Glinda. Then, the yellow bakeboard. I love it so much. And then, my friend Maureen again gave me her little Fiero. So cute and tiny. This is like the only 2 things I've got right now. But then we have a lovely Fiero Funko Pop. I'm gonna get Scarecrow. Yeah, and then, from TikTok shop, of course. I was gonna buy a different one, but I've kept it for this special occasion, for tonight, obviously. So, we're going into the reviews from Letterboxd, which is hilarious. So, someone said this is the first one. This is going to be popular. If you get that reference, you get it. The second one is, it's like Harry Potter for thespians. The third one, this is so true by the way, seeing movie musicals in cinemas is weird because no one claps after songs. I done that for the first film when she stopped singing The Wizard and I was about to clap, but I couldn't, I wasn't allowed to. This one, I had to choose this one. It's a lot of choosing to do from Letterboxd because there's not really friendly ones to write about, so this is a kind of friendly one. So, Glinda is so real, planning to marry Jonathan Bailey, Fiero, without even discussing it with him. She's so me-coded. This is a really good one. This is from my friend Maureen, as I mentioned several times in this segment. Maureen said she loved the first movie, apart from the flying monkeys. Don't get me started on them. And she said she obviously cried at the end and she can't wait for part 2. Speaking of part 2, I'm going to see it tonight with Maureen and Caitlin. But I'm actually so buzzing. I keep getting spoilers on TikTok from it and I'm kind of raging because that's what a major spoiler, which is really upsetting. But that's all the time we have in the studio. Next we're going to go to a secret location. I'll see you there.
Okay, so we're outside Odeon Kilmarnock and just watched Wicked for Good. All I'm saying is Jonathan Bailey outdone it. Back to me in the house because I'm going to record the rest when I get home.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not.
4 days later, Friday, Monday. I'm going to try and do a very short review on the film. But first, my lovely Elphaba tin. Said her name on it. And I got the cup, but she might have a figure on it. I got Elphaba. She fell off within the 5 minutes being at the cinema. But I'll try and make it short and sweet. But first of all, As Long As You're Mine was always been my favourite song. And the film, way better than I thought it would be. Obviously thinking about it before this part came out, I was like, oh, it's going to just be like the musical. Way better. Let's just say, how do I say this? It's way more powerful than the musical, but Jonathan Bailey done Fiero, amazing. I have to go and see it for a third time. I need to go and see it a third time. I need to, because that's all part one 4 times, and I'm going to try and see this 4 times. But Mum, I said to my mum the other day, she's like, "You've got As Long As Your Mind's Stuck in My Head," and I was like, "Well, just preparing just in case." And I said to her today, "I'll pay for you," and she's like, "Don't be daft for that. Don't pay for me. I'm going to pay for her." She needs to see this part because I'm trying to get my full family to go and see it. Because my auntie doesn't like the films, she prefers the musical, and I'm like, you need to go and see the film. Like, part 1 wasn't the best, but part 2 is better than part 1. As a fan of the musical, part 2 is better, and act 2 is better than the musical, but my least favourite song is probably The Wicked Witch of the East. I'm not trying to spoil it, but I don't really like it. Obviously, the Wizard of Oz characters are in it, like Tin Man, Scarecrow, Lion. Obviously, the Lion, Cowardly Lion, is the little lion cub. Oh, kind of spoiler, but if you kind of work it out who the characters actually are. Obviously, people have seen the musical before, but for the ones that have not seen the musical, you need to figure it for yourself. Because obviously, in the posters for the film, it kind of gives it away. Because for Fiona's character, it kind of gives it away a little tiny bit. But what else can I say about the film without spoiling it? I'm gonna miss like the Wicked era, because last year's Wicked era is amazing. Like, I like the press tours and interviews and all that. It kind of gave me a little joy in my heart, but now it's away. Like, Ariana Grande done Glinda, amazing. Her song "Girl in the Bubble," they made me cry. Like, that's not in the musical, but they've added No Place Like Home and the Girl in the Bubble. No Place Like Home, Elva's song. It was so good. I'm trying not to spoil so much because, like, yeah, I'm not gonna try and spoil it a little bit too much, but they didn't show Dorothy's face. They've done that in the musical, and they've actually stuck to it, which I like they've done with the whole Dorothy thing. My least favourite character in that full film is probably Nessa Rose, the Wicked Witch of the East. I didn't like her in part 1. I don't know, I just don't really like her. And obviously part 2 something happens to her, which I'm so happy about. But I really want to go and see it again. Like, take my money, Odeon. Just take my money, and I'll go and see it for like 6 million times. But I know when it comes out on TV, like December, January time, I'll be watching that non-stop, because I've done that for part 1. Like, I watched it non-stop. Like, my poor TV had to go through that whole, like, watching Wicked, like, 24/7. Like, the songs in part 1 are my favourite, but, like, the storylines, obviously get to know the characters. And then part 2 is, like, a year later, after when Elphaba sang Defying Gravity, and obviously the Wicked Witch is dead. I like how they've, like, in the film, like, they jump between the story, which is really good, but part 2 basically just sticks to the full, like, year later thing. And obviously part 1 they jump between, like, the start of the film is like a year later when Elphaba was like dead, and then back to the school and all that. But that's all the time we have for it. Back to me in the studio, and yeah, please go and see Wicked for good. That's all the time we have, I'm afraid. Thank you so much to my lovely assistant Maren, who's behind the camera right now filming this episode, and I hope everyone goes and see Wicked for good, because we need the box reviews, like the box office, up here for Wicked. I hope you enjoyed this, and please like this episode, and I'll be back for the next one. Toss toss.